Fine.
This is a short episode anyway. Yeah, it's just the top 5 anime ever.
Oh, it's not going. Yeah, this one's going to be the short one. You say it's going to be short.
This is a 1 hour Michael's rant about Bleach.
Yes. Yeah. I was promised I was promised by him 1 hour. I was promised by you half an hour for Revengers and a half an hour for my dog.
No. It's half hour for Avengers, 1 hour for my dog.
You're right. I can do that. I can do
Another
that too.
hour for Bleach.
And another hour for Bleach.
Welcome, listeners, viewers, whatever device you're watching this on.
What, you starting us?
Yeah, I started it.
That's you starting?
That's my starting.
I'm gonna leave this in.
Okay, whatever.
This is why we don't have him host it.
All right, fine.
This is why we
Continue.
do it.
Continue
I
then.
want to welcome Rumiak to our podcast again.
Michael Rumiak.
Michael.
Hey. Yeah, please don't do that. Please stop.
You're welcome.
Same host, Eddie, Forrest, and myself.
Who are you?
Yeah, Bob,
Okay.
Bob.
the Burb.
The burb.
We're talking about anime again, but this time it's our top 5 of the year that we watched.
This is
2023.
2023.
That
Not
was
like
1999. Not 1999?
We're
not
already did that.
We're not doing spring to spring.
No.
No, this is 2023. If the number said 2-3 and it was in it, we'll give it to you.
It's in.
What if it's still airing today?
It's fine. We
I'll
talked
allow
about
it.
this. We talked about
I didn't
this.
put
We'll
any
allow
in mine because I'm pretty sure most of the ones I would put in mine are probably already in. So,
Yeah.
It's a technical.
It's technical.
Technicalities.
Yep.
yeah. So next year though, you can't put it in.
Fair.
Fair enough.
Judge's rule.
Fair enough.
Gavel the thing.
Someone timestamped it.
Dun dun.
So this year, 2023. If it had it when it started, we allow it in,
Okay, cool.
and we'll start from 5, and we'll end with the best one.
Number 1.
I thought we were going to 3, 2, 4, 5, 1.
Do that too if you want. So my third best anime.
Confuse the viewer.
So we're gonna start at the bottom, right?
Yeah, we're gonna start at the
let's start
worst of the best.
Okay, cool. Who's starting us?
Who's starting us? Michael.
Bleach.
Oh yeah, I thought I was gonna put that at number 1.
I thought it was gonna be higher.
I know, but here's the thing. It shows you how many good shows there were this year.
There was a fair amount.
There was a lot of good shows.
I'm excited to see what overlaps there are.
Oh, yeah, and that's
There's
the thing.
no overlaps of mine. I'll tell you.
2023 is a blur to me.
You don't know that?
Oh no, there's
don't
probably
know.
one.
You don't know.
Oh, maybe
I
two.
don't know.
but
I
there's
would be
one.
surprised if like 2 don't match.
He said
At least-
Buddy Daddy or Daddy Buddy,
yeah.
number 3.
No, I'm sorry. No.
That's his number 1.
So Bleach.
Yeah.
Bleach was
Why
number
is
5.
this the worst of the best?
What arc is this?
This is still the
1,000-Year War,
1,000-Year Blood War arc.
Oh, yeah.
So
Core 2?
Core 2. And it's still good. I think Core 1 was better for me, even though a lot of people are saying Core 2 is better because there's a lot more fights.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the thing.
Reptile Brain. Yeah.
I think there's like too many. I hate to say it, too many fights, and a lot of the fights were kind of.
Mid.
I wouldn't say mid. There were some good ones, but I liked season 1's more because there was a lot more impact.
Also,
Like-
that we're just flying to fight.
Yeah, and that's the
Season
kind of thing.
2?
Like people died in these fights, but season 1's fight, like 3 major characters, kind of like I say 3 big characters died in season 1 after their fights. Like Captain 1, what's his name? God, Yamato. That fight was really still one of the best fights in Bleach, and he died after that. There was just a lot of good Core 1 fights, and Core 2 was still good, but.
So it's like Piccolo dying in season 1 and then Krillin dying in season 2.
Yes, that's honestly
Nobody cares about Krillin.
Yeah, that's honestly kind of it because
died like 4 times.
because a lot of bad guys died, and a lot of them were like, oh, okay, we see him for 2 episodes. His power was really cool, like the power of having imagination and all that shit, and couldn't keep up with a guy who's super damn strong. And he couldn't process of his imagination how powerful he was, so his muscles exploded.
Excuse me?
So these fights are really damn cool, and they fixed.
I'm so strong.
Exactly. Like he couldn't handle like you're so powerful, my imagination could not handle it. Like he summons a meteor and guns and all this crap.
Is the Green Lantern? What the fuck?
I know. And he summons like clones of himself, but the second he's like you're too muscly for me. I'm going to explode. That's
this-
literally how he dies, basically.
Are these like one episode fight scenes? Or are these
They're usually 1 to 2,
okay?
It's
Is that
u-
enough
it's-
with like a Demon Slayer? It's like the whole season's just a fight scene. You're like,
it's
nice.
usually just like 1 episode is a fight, which is good. Which is good.
Yeah.
I always think 1 to 2 is pretty good as long as
Yeah.
you're not like
That
you
means they
know.
have high budget.
Yeah. And Period's actually having like time to actually work on Bleach, which is nice.
That's weird. You think you're
I
supposed to
know.
go right into each season
I
back
know.
to back?
I know. It's not, it's funny they actually give time, to let it cook. You get something good.
Yeah.
They didn't let it cook.
Well, no, this
no.
one they did. No, this one they did.
No,
But
they-
like,
they
but
gave it, unlike
Other shows.
other
shows.
shows or even Bleach in the past.
Are the original voice actors in this?
Oh yeah, for the most part.
Are they all?
I think all the Japanese ones are. I know they changed out some of the English ones,
No one cares about that one.
but I think the English ones is more for like cultural stuff. Like they had a white guy voicing a Hispanic dude, and they were like, and that voice actor was like, I don't want to be in it anymore. Let someone who actually is more come up and actually a newer voice actor take that voice.
he
and
pulled
whatnot.
what's that YouTuber? Pro CD.
Yeah. Which I'm like, whatever. If you have a good voice for it, you have a good voice for it.
As long as you sound close enough.
Yeah. But honestly, the Bleach,
As the white people say.
the season still had like really good moments, but season 1's moments were better in my opinion. And they fixed something major from the manga, where like there's a squad. So there's like the 13 squads, and there's Squad 0, the best squad. And the manga, they get killed off screen.
What?
They get killed off screen. Like the best squad in the whole freaking series just gets killed off screen in the manga, and they actually gave them like a full episode of them kicking ass and all this cool stuff. So I'm glad that they're fixing stuff, and they're kind of retconning some stuff too, which is interesting. I haven't read all the manga. I'm now reading it now because of that, because I'm very curious of what they're changing.
What else is different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's nice that they're actively like, Kubo was like, oh, I know I kind of messed up on this. The fans didn't like this, even though I kind of liked killing them off screen.
I thought it was cool and edgy.
Yeah, exactly. I get that the fans want them to actually fight and show off their powers.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I get it. I mean, especially if they're best squad.
Yeah. I'm trying to think like another example of like,
Like the new Halo show when they kill Cobalt Team in second season.
I
off
guess,
screen.
yeah. I'll be like, if the only thing I could like compare to is like if Madara versus the Kages, and the Kages just died off screen basically.
That'd be fucking lame. I was thinking of like the Ambu Kakashi team
Yeah, like
that
just
died off screen.
yeah. But that's kind of the only thing I can really think of is like, just imagine if that happened. That's what happened to people in the
Imagine
manga.
if the Special Forces Ginyu died off screen.
But yeah, that's my 5 Bleach. Bleach is still good. It's amazing. I can't wait till. I think the next core is going to be one of the best
He said it's
cores.
amazing. He has that bottom 5.
He says it's the worst
mean,
of the
that
best.
good.
Well, I mean, it is the top.
It is
five.
top
No,
5. Are you
it's the
kidding
worst
me?
of the best.
Yeah,
worst
That's
of the
what-
best.
And I could keep talking about like it. Oh my god! It's-
We'll talk about it on the next one.
There's a best girl in it, which I thought was a girl and might not be a girl, and I got really confused, and that was a fun thing to deal with. All of you know what I'm talking about, the zombie person.
I'm not confused.
Yeah.
You're not confused at all.
Anyway, before we're stuck on it,
We
on our
continue on
top
number 5. Want me to go?
Sure, why not?
I put Trigun. Stampede.
Dragon.
Okay.
That's
my
a fair
number
one.
five.
That's a
Yeah.
fair one. I really like it.
That was this year?
Different
Yeah.
Yeah, it
show.
was.
Well, I mean, last year.
Yeah, at the very beginning of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it was.
that's why
When I
I
was
felt like
scrolling-
2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was scrolling through, I saw. I was like, "Oh yeah, that was this year."
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, it's gonna go in, right?
That
Yeah.
clears like Anime Expo like 2022.
Well, that's when they
Oh my
announced
God.
it,
Yeah.
right? But
Well,
it's
I
not
think they
when
played
it
the
fully
first
came out.
episode,
Yeah, but it's not
yeah.
like when it fully came out.
That's why
you
my
know?
brain thought of like 2022.
Yeah.
Like,
God.
that's what I think when it came out.
No, but it came out at the beginning of this past year. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's absolutely great. I feel like it did a very good job of adapting that story again with a different art style, different things. Is an amazing
Different
proof.
story arc of it too.
Yeah, it is. It is
Yeah.
different.
The art direction and the animation.
It's beautiful.
I think it's their second best animated show from them. Like
from
Beastars,
Orange.
Okay.
it's number one.
Yeah,
still.
sure it is.
Yeah, I would say it's the second best. Yeah, I think so.
He's a B-star, right?
I think Land of Lustrous is probably their best.
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
one.
This is good, but
I have to watch that one.
That's like
all
that-
the clips I see of that show, you're like,
I think that's their best looking one, which I really want back. But Trigun's are really good.
Trigun's amazing. I
Trigun
just
looks
feel
really
like
good.
I feel like this is like the the first very like definitive proof of concept of what CG can look like with actual normal
CG
characters.
artists.
Because that's the thing I think of like Land of the Lustrous and stuff, right? I feel like Beastars and Land of the Lustrous is so much easier when you don't have to deal with, you know, the idea of standard
With someone messing up in the background.
standard like, you know, like human textures
Yeah.
and stuff like this, right?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree on that. Oh my god.
Keep going.
Oh, good lordy, Bob.
Because like Land of Lustrous, they're shiny gem people.
Yeah.
And
And
they're
I-
weird creatures.
And I do
everything.
feel like when you have like other,
I wouldn't say crutch, but it's kind of a crutch
it
in
is
a
a little
way.
bit.
Yeah.
whether that be like fur or whatever, it's like for Beastars or
Yeah, where they're furry
But-
animals.
But normally, you know, when you think of a CG anime, you think of like, you know,
Berserk.
right? Yeah, you think of Berserk, right? But I feel like Trigun was a really good, just like, oh, look at this.
I think of Knights of Sidonia. Or
Pretty bad too.
or
oh yeah.
the Knights of the Zodiac, also pretty shit.
Yeah.
Maybe just knights aren't good.
what's the Crunchyroll one? Arm something.
Oh,
X-Arms?
X-Arms.
Arms.
God.
But yeah, that's why I have this here. It's great.
Yeah, I have it like in honorable mentions. I liked it a lot. I don't know if me Trigun. I can never get into Trigun. I've tried so hard.
I love the original.
It's a great show.
I tried getting to it. I don't know why my brain just
No, I wasn't having it.
like. I get it's good,
Yeah.
but there's something that keeps blocking me from not liking it. And I need to watch. It's been so long since I've watched both. I'm like,
that makes sense.
so
So watch them back to back.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Basic. Guess.
girlfriend.
3, 2, 1, you got it. Attack on Titan.
I was like, no.
like I converted him. Yes, he watched 5 shows this chick season. For some reason, girlfriend.
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan final.
Part 4. and 2 of 2. Whatever it was.
Did it actually end?
It actually
Yeah,
ended.
actually ended.
Actually
It's
ended.
over?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
After what is it, like 10 years?
It's been about a decade. Yeah.
Yeah.
After
Came
10
out
years,
2013.
It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember getting hyped up watching it on my laptop 2013 one summer. I'm like, wow, amazing.
Now it's 2023. Getting
Like on
hyped up.
Kiss
Watching
Anime.
on my
Like,
laptop.
fucking- my knees hurt, my back hurts,
But it's done.
but it's done. It went from 2D to CG.
Yeah.
What a scale. Trigun
yeah.
CG, right? Really good.
That was alright.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still Mappa, right?
Yeah.
It's still serviceable.
It took me
Still
a while
good.
to get used to it, like their style of it.
Yeah.
But you think they were just drew hand drawn since they have so much time on their hands?
Right,
Yeah,
right. They have so many animators.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So many working hours,
They're
you
not
know.
Some would
overworked at
say
all.
they're dying to get in or to get out at this point.
Yeah.
They were dying to get in. Now they're trying to get out.
No, but I liked how they wrapped it up.
Yeah.
How they changed a little bit of the dialogue from the manga, I guess, to make it more cohesive, more makes sense, I guess.
So
Understandable.
The ending doesn't feel like such a slap to the face like it was when you first go through the manga.
It might have been just like the translation to English, I think.
Okay.
That is kind of like translated it weird.
Okay.
So that's why it felt off.
Interesting.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't
Because
speak
that
Japanese.
is the only thing I heard, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
For at least for this final part of Attack on, like, however they decided to pace it or whatever little tidbits they added in, it made the ending of it actually decent.
Yeah.
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 Because I always
they
heard
saved
like
it.
that ending was horrible. I always avoided it until to actually watch it in anime, and I was like, it wasn't that bad. So now I want to read the manga to see how bad it was.
I think it's just a mistranslation of it's mostly of like Aaron's like intentions and how the other characters like excused it, I guess, or
Okay,
like
yeah.
thought about it.
Yeah.
And then the manga's more like, you did it.
You
Kinda
did
like,
genocide.
like,
Cool.
We'll forgive you, bro. And in the end, I guess in the adaptation, it's more of a like, you'll pay for what you did.
Okay.
We kind of understand why, but you don't fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
We'll see you in hell.
Yeah, we get it, but still not cool.
Yeah.
So okay. But yeah, the final
Attack on
season,
Titan.
that final part was really good. The fact it was like a straight just fight.
Yeah, so-
basically.
So it was a movie.
Yeah, and I remember talking to a friend like 2 years ago, and being like, "They're going to have to make a movie." It feels like it's going to be a movie. They
have to.
The last part is going to be a movie, and it's like they split it up into 2 things. I'm like, guys could just made a huge ass movie and made so much money.
They could've.
I think we talked about this during the Demon
Well,
Slayer
that's what we
stuff.
thought.
That
We-
COVID
that's what we
boost.
were gonna do.
I think I talked to you about you guys also. It's like how much money this would have made in the
bro.
damn box office.
If you watched Killer of the Flower, whatever,
Oh.
you could have watched this.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy.
That's
Back
a
to
3.5
back to
hour
back.
movie.
And that's what I'm
Back to
saying.
back.
It's like, come on. So
But this anime is different.
Yeah.
My only gripe now is just like the one fight scene on top of Eren. Kind of alright with the animation, but
Yeah.
no, it's pretty.
I'm just picturing.
okay.
because,
it's still alright, yeah.
On top of Aaron, his picture is just him in normal form, and people are stepping on him.
Pulling his hair.
I do like how like the animator that did a lot of Levi's scenes and with Wit came back for like that final
Oh,
scene
nice.
Yeah,
of them like going down to get
poor
Eren.
crippled boy.
Yeah, because I remember seeing that part. I'm like, that's like really damn good compared to everything else we just saw.
Yeah.
And I saw like who I saw on Twitter like they brought back our best boy. They brought him back. They brought back the animator who did all this. I'm like, oh, okay,
Thank
that
God.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah,
So yeah.
voice acting amazing.
Oh yeah.
English is great.
Great,
it's-
great adaptation.
Yeah, it's good to see this show kind of end.
I have to ask, did Mikasa end up with Horseboy or nah?
I'm trying to remember now. God.
With Jean?
Oh, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I respect that. What's your number
I got nothing to
five?
say on all that.
I don't think so. Yeah, I took me first. I'm like, oh, now I know you're saying.
There's a little hint at the end, but
Yeah, I
speculation.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but
So my number 5, I chose some weird ones.
Is it the horse racing show?
I was gonna be like, the,
I didn't get to watch that. It would have been in my top
The Survey
5.
Wait, is it the girls playing golf?
Fuck, you got it. No, it's actually a Chinese one. Scissor 7. Scissor 7 season 5 is really good.
Is that really season 5?
Yeah. Well, they announced during COVID they're going to do a movie. Then the movie never came out. Then they put another season. Then they announced another season. So, hopefully at
that movie
season
became
8
the season.
it's going to be an over the arc. But Scissor 7, I
yeah,
recommend.
I know a little bit about it because a friend has watched it and he keeps telling me to watch it. And I'm like,
I've seen it on Netflix. It's like, you should watch this. I'm like,
exactly.
maybe I should.
That's all I see. And I'm like,
Yeah.
later.
I'll give you lay down. Don't watch it in English.
Don't.
Was it in
Wow.
Chinese?
Yeah, watching Chinese.
Yes.
Yeah.
The English dub for the main character is hard to sit through.
Oh, I don't doubt
That's
that.
all
Are
I'll
you
say.
kidding me? God.
But I don't know, it's just a show where there's season 5. So I'll give you the basic rundown. It's a guy who is an assassin that forgot his memories, and he uses his scissors to basically
Yeah.
defend and assassinate things.
What's the 7 for? You got 7 scissors?
There's 7 assassins.
Ah.
He was one of the 7, is what you find
It's
out.
taking one assassin per season.
No. We're finally getting to those assassins.
What?
There's-
5 seasons we haven't gone to one assassin.
no, we've gotten to one, I think.
It's 4 with training arcs.
Jesus.
Well, it was like him learning his memories, still
It's 3
doesn't know him, and then he's like just defending the town. It's like a cute show that gets really dark, and the animation's god tier.
Yeah, I've seen the animation. That's the reason I want to watch
Season
it.
1 is like, who is he? Why he lost his memory? Season 2 is getting his memories.
You don't even
back.
know he lost his memories.
Oh, shit.
No, not even season. He doesn't gain his memories until season 5. He gets snippets.
This recent season is the season he got his
He
memories
gets
back.
snippets, and he fights
Snippets,
stronger.
scissors. Oh, okay, gotcha.
I got you. You got my joke.
He's fucking eating. He's like, bro, I'm an assassin.
What the heck?
He's just like, I got to defend this person, and then he goes all like emo mode, and then
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he just
And
knows how to fight.
I've seen those parts where
Yeah.
he kind of goes that mode.
I've seen parts of it. It's great.
It looks good, yeah.
it's a show where I
I
was
didn't
like,
know they made 5 seasons of
yeah,
it.
it's pretty. They're all 14 to 15 minutes, so they're like
Oh,
shorter.
Okay, that's a little easier to catch
But-
up.
And they're 14 or 15 episodes per season. I'm like, bro, that's long.
Yeah, 2
Yeah.
hours apiece.
Shit.
But I do recommend it. It's one of those shows where I think it's not talked about as much as it should be for such a small, dumb show.
Okay.
But my list is going to be weird, is all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I did not expect that as number 5 at least.
What's your number 4?
Number 4.
Gosh.
The other Bleach.
Bleach the
Bleach the side
movie.
season. Kaisen.
There's Jutsu.
Yeah, okay.
JJK?
Trust me, I wanted to not be like so main, But
I knew someone was gonna put it on
Mine
there.
was also number 4.
Okay.
So we have two.
Mine was not on the list.
because here's the thing, like I really was trying to be like, I really want to put Kaisen on, but every episode that came out, I watched it immediately. It was banger out of banger. Even though I don't like the story that much, even though the characters are sometimes underdeveloped, like there's so many damn problems with this damn show. The animation and the fights are just too goddamn good.
Bro, look, at first I'm like, hidden inventory. I wasn't hyped for it, but then I watched it. I'm like,
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
It's just so good. It's just like, it's just too much fun.
Yeah.
Like I watched the fight with Itari. Crap. Like Totoro and Itari with facing what's his name, Soul guy. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Hey, you don't watch this season?
I have. I'm just trying to remember who you're talking
Mahito, yeah, thank you. I've watched it like 4 or 5 times with friends because my friends were like, "Oh, I'm going to catch up." I'm like, "Sure, we'll catch up," and I keep watching it over and over again.
The issue with this season to me, there's so much like just either spoilers, tons of people die, but they die like for no reason too. It felt like it was like, yo, we're gonna fight. Oh, he died. Oh well.
Which I don't mind too much because it really shows like this is an actual serious thing.
But I feel like certain characters just like died for, it's like, oh.
Well,
okay.
I mean, I think it always begs the question whenever you have something like this, right? Whether you prefer something to be realistic or would you prefer things to serve the story, right?
Yeah.
Because that's always the big thing, right? So
Watching anime, I don't want realism.
No, and that's the thing. That's the thing, because there's always a ton of people that love when something like that happens, right? They love like the realism of like, yeah, like in real life, a car just comes off the road, kills you, you die, right? It doesn't serve a purpose of any story. You just fucking died, right? And that's the same thing with characters in a show, right? Sometimes characters in a show just die, and some people are like, oh, this is like perfectly realistic because people just fucking die all the time. But at the same time, you ask yourself, does that serve the purpose of what they're trying to tell, right? Unless that's like, the purpose of it in general. But sometimes it feels cheap because it is that type of story and you are invested in.
The only thing good about like killing randomly with the show is there's so many characters.
Oh, yeah.
I felt like that was the other big issue is just like jump. I'm like, I just get like one arc. Like it's like 5 minutes. You're like, oh, that's cool. Okay, now we're somewhere else.
Only
Where the fuck are we?
like I get why those main people died, but my boy didn't get a power up.
Which boy?
The only boy.
Yeah, the main
Itado Yuji. Where's his
thank you,
power
Yuji.
up?
Yuji's
He did get a power up.
He sort of.
He ate like 9 more fingers.
Like,
His insides got a
he's up
power
to-
up.
Oh wait, how many? Yeah,
He's
he
up
ate
to.
like-
I think he ate
he
7
ate
or
like
8.
9. It was like a 9.
was a full 9?
It was like a full 9.
He already had 3.
Yeah. So that's the reason why I was like, okay, yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Fingers.
Yeah.
Someone's body.
Like,
see those nails, bro? Man, you're being unconscious. Someone's feeding you fingers.
You're sliding it down your throat. Like, don't
Tail
you?
back.
But then again, like I said, stuff like that is the reason why there's a lot of people that do like the show, right? Because everyone believes it's kind of like, this is kind of, I would say kind of surface layer facade, but it's very much the anti-shonen shonen, right? That everyone says, right? There isn't the power-ups in places where you think there would be. Like the way certain character dynamics and stuff go doesn't necessarily follow the traditional formula, which for hit or miss, right? I mean, you could say you could say that's what it is. But like I said, for me personally, that's why I always saw it as that surface level facade. It's like the pretty set dressing gets me through it because it's cool and it's dope. But anytime you go any deeper than that, and you're just like, I don't know if I really like what's here.
because we all say Gojo's the main character.
Because he is.
He is, and that's the thing. And it wasn't like it did start off that way. It was supposed to be. I keep forgetting the main character's name because of this.
Worst boy.
Yes, I know. That's my problem. I can't remember all the side characters besides his name.
I always consider this from the beginning that Gojo has always been the main character.
I totally agree with that. But at the same time, flashy fights.
No, of course. That's what I'm
Nah,
saying.
dude, you know what's
It's
better than
fancy,
this
but-
season? The memes.
Exactly.
Memes are so good.
Oh, God.
So you also had Jujutsu as number 4, right?
Yeah, we both had number
So
4.
we can knock out both theirs.
And I'll just kind of say like one last thing. The only thing I didn't like about it was the
Satoru.
possible death of the Nobara. Possible death. Because the only reason I don't like that is because it happened so fast after Namori. Because it's like the next episode, I'm like,
Yeah.
guy,
back to
dude,
back, bro,
come
back to
on.
back.
That's where the only part where I'm like, that's too much of a kill after kill.
Yeah.
That's a little too much for me.
We're stepping into a Kami got killed territory.
And that's the only kill that really I'm like, was that really? Or it's so funny because I keep on getting spoiled on Twitter. Like, she might not be dead. We don't know still.
don't
It's
say
been 2,
anything.
3,
Shut
4,
up.
5, 8 years.
She's
No
dead.
spoilers.
She's dead.
And by the way, I was there in Shibuya in 2018 when all that happened. Technically, I
Nice.
technically was there.
Damn, you
like
survived,
they
dude.
did that hint of like the bus getting pushed because it actually did happen in Japan.
Oh, okay.
Like there's that small scene
Yeah.
where a bunch of people were pushing a white bus that actually happened, and that actually was in the news of that happening. On
Who was
Halloween.
on the bus?
He's like, I was
I was that poor foreigner. Oh man! Ah!
That's good.
I survived the Shibuya incident. I just want to say that I survived it.
Or
I
he's
came back
actually
alive.
one of the creatures. And he
He's
just
one of the
doesn't know, yeah.
demon things.
Fucking ghost.
All right, number 4 before we talk about it too long.
I did Mushoku Tensei season 2.
Ah,
I
okay.
forgot
That's a good
that
one.
That's in my list. Hold up.
Good, not agree. Yeah,
That's pretty good. Yeah.
It's absolutely, it's great. It's amazing. I do like the season as a whole. I do like
I
what it.
like season 1 better.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
my
do.
thing.
I do kind of like what this does for his character and
Yeah.
some of
Yeah.
his character growth.
Yeah.
especially
He needed it.
He does, and I always feel like this
Bucket.
part of the overall story is kind of like the buildup of him before we get into the meat and potatoes. So
This is the appetizer.
yeah,
This is him truly fighting himself.
this is him becoming like going into his best self.
Palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
appetizer.
Yeah.
Palate
There you
cleanser.
go. Palate
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and I do like that a lot. I like how they adapted it. I do. I mean, it's just fun. I love how like the quality keeps going and what it is, and how they don't shy away from any of it. It just keeps going, and I am excited to see where it all goes.
Just didn't get how, best girl is like, oh no, he can't recognize me. He can't know who I am. Like, bitch,
That's
just tell
so
him.
funny.
Just fucking tell him.
Ah!
They got me frustrated,
so
bro.
ridiculous.
So many chances. I'm like, just fucking tell him.
Just do it.
Just fucking tell him.
I think the only reason why I didn't get like to my top 5 is because I think season 1 was just so good.
Season 1's great. Season 1's amazing.
And I think this season was still really good, but I don't know. The other three are.
Obviously, like
More slice of lifey.
Yeah, which I don't mind at all. I love slice of life stuff, but I also love the whole goal of his was erectional dysfunction.
Oh, it's hilarious.
The show's so funny.
Like I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school. And the idea he's like, we can fix your problem if you go to school, buddy. He's like, what?
God, is that true, God?
There's a spell. There's a cure. There's a potion. He's like looking for a potion or something. And it's
I'm
just
in.
like, it's just this dude at first and be like,
it's just-
I feel so funny around this other dude for some reason. Am I gay?
It's just so funny how
Have you not seen this?
Okay, dude.
No,
I'm not gonna
watched
watch
it.
the show.
Okay, I'm a
God.
It's too basic.
I'm gonna summary for you, okay? He gets laid, right? And then she ghosts him.
Yeah, that was last
And
season.
then he gets
He gets ED.
He gets ED.
for the whole season.
He's heartbroken.
He's so heartbroken. His
Isn't this
dick don't
about a
get hard.
kid?
He's heartbroken.
Well, at
like-
this point,
he's a teenager.
He's like a teenager
Oh.
now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like the entire series goes through like his entire life.
Yeah.
So we're at teenage phase now.
That show's
into
so funny.
into young adult.
I'm watching. I'm like, this is so ridiculous.
Well, the ED stuff doesn't come up for like another 2 episodes when he meets another girl and they're in the middle of it and he can't get hard and becomes this whole thing where it's just like she leaves like, you don't like me, and then oh my god,
And he's like, it's not that I don't like you. It's just
I got
I
issues.
couldn't say it. And then that whole scene afterwards, they're in the street, and he's like, "Yeah, F her, whatever."
Yeah,
He's like drunk
that show's
or
cringe, bro.
hungover.
That show's cringe.
She's like, "Whatever, I don't need her." And she's like looking at him the whole time, and she's like, "Yeah, okay."
I gotta leave
Does she-
town now.
I need to know. Does she come back? Do you think?
No spoilers.
I can't say
No.
anything
Okay.
because
Oh,
I
my
have
God.
because I have read all of it.
I know,
So,
that's why I'm just
that-
like, okay.
No, I'm not gonna say anything. So,
Okay, sorry.
but
I should say.
But my number 4 is Mushoku Tensei season 2. Like I said, like a lot of my opinion is biased because I know what's coming, but still, I do like it a
We
lot.
also only watched 5 anime this season, so it has to be on.
It has to be on here. So
He read the rest. It's different.
and I also like the that little twist, not twist, but the reveal of the other person being
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. At the tower.
the other isekai.
The other Japanese person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so there were some cool things in this season I really liked, and
I'm
Very
excited.
funny how
I'm
she's
excited
like,
to see more.
I want to go home. Do you want to go home?
No.
No.
I like this place. What are you talking about? Sure,
love it here.
I've almost died like 5 times, but this is still fun.
He's like, I fucking hated my life before this. I want to stay.
You actually had it good. I was just so freaking neat.
Okay, you're number 4.
And by the way, it's like how you, whenever he talks about his show, you keep on messing something up behind you. Like you almost
I hit my head.
you almost knocked down the damn shelf. I'm like,
Hit it. I'm like,
man.
just stop moving.
Yeah.
We're
You
gonna give
stay
Tie him up.
Tie me up.
We're gonna get you a box. You stay in the
one
box.
of those mango boxes, a bochi
Yeah.
box.
Okay, of course.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Well,
there you go, yeah.
Yeah.
You're number 4.
My number 4, it's always that time of the year where I have to shit on High Dive. Why do you suck so much? This is a High Dive exclusive show. You suck. Insomniacs After School.
Okay.
It's seen anyone seen it?
No.
Exactly. Fuck you, High Dive.
I wanted to. I just am like,
I know of it.
I'll say this. All the high school anime, I'm just like, whatever now. I just don't watch that kind of stuff anymore.
Did they fall in love?
Yeah.
Did they hook up at the end?
Like,
Did they
hook
get
up like in that show? Or like
Did they get together? Did
They
get
hold
together?
hands.
Did they hold hands?
Yeah, they get together. Yeah.
Nice.
It looked like a cute show.
Did
but-
they touch noses?
How about you explain it and stuff? I was just being
No,
just
I'm just
acid.
answering this question.
I think he likes it. I think he likes it better that way.
Yeah. It's just a show where these
Just
high
a song.
schoolers
They're insomniacs.
they have insomnia. So he sleeps during the day instead of sleeping at night. So I don't
know
know if
that
that's really
feeling.
insomnia, but that's
There's-
just
yeah.
like his schedule's
Does he go to
fucked.
school?
Yeah, and then he goes
Well,
take
does he-
snaps and fucking. So he goes take
Oh.
snap in a planetarium that they have,
Poor guy's health. The fuck.
and then he opens like the door and there's a drawer and the girl's sleeping there. He's like, the fuck? And then she wakes up. She thinks something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
No, they just both have insomnia.
So it's just a cute little romance show.
And
Yeah.
they
And then-
go, they go on dates at night.
Well, no,
and
then
shit.
the teacher comes in and because they start moving shit in to sleep. So they think they're boning and they're like, no, we're just sleeping. So then they make
we sleeping.
then they just make a club about astronomy. And then
Oh,
they-
okay, that's cute.
it just
Okay.
Gets you wholesome.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's a wholesome show on a shitty web app.
Yeah, no, trust me.
Yeah.
High dive. I know. I don't like high dive either.
Unless you sponsor us. Like,
Now fix your shit, then I'll take your sponsorship.
High dive and Hulu and Disney. F them all right now.
At
You're
least
right,
you
you're
can
right.
download on Hulu
Yeah, I guess. But
and
still.
Netflix and Crunchyroll and fun.
Rip.
Rip.
High Dive, you can't do that.
Yep.
Fuck you.
when is Sony buying High Dive?
Oh God, yeah.
Monopoly. My brain cell.
Oh my God.
That's my 4.
Okay, number 3.
Heavenly Delusion.
Okay, so that's
It's all you.
It's on Hulu.
It's on. Oh,
It's on freaking Hulu, you
also
guys.
on DVD.
I don't got Hulu.
Fuck you, Hulu. No, I think Hulu's fine.
Yeah,
Nobody
Hulu's
has
fine.
Hulu.
God, Bleach was on Hulu too. I watched 2 Hulu shows this year. God,
I haven't seen either of them.
I'm just
watch 'em.
remembering that Revengers is also on Hulu too. God damn, Hulu had a lot of stuff this year.
Tokyo Revengers is your number 2?
No, Tokyo Revengers. It's
Oh.
not.
It's his number 1. We gotta get to it.
Tokyo Revengers it's not anywhere on this
You're
video
about to
and
catch
on
your
this
hands, dude.
list. God, no.
Yeah, give us
no.
the quick rundown of Heavenly Delusion, why it's your
God.
middle of the best.
I just don't want to spoil it for you guys because I want you guys to watch. I want you to freaking watch it already, Eddie. God damn,
He
because
won't. We
Is it
might have a
24,
chance.
24 episodes? 12?
12, I think.
Wow.
Oh, it's
easy
even
peasy,
easier.
dude. One day.
Yeah, I think it's 12. I could be totally
Okay,
wrong.
2
It
days.
aired in spring, so that's the problem. Is
If we don't have Hulu, we can find it on the seas.
yeah, just go on the
Okay,
seas.
okay,
Like honestly, you don't have a problem
We
going
won't
on the
pirate,
seas.
but we'll find it on
But then
the
I gotta
seas.
go look for it on the seas.
Like. I
We'll send my link.
explained it in the lost episode that never aired. Thank you, Forrest.
Oh,
But
go ahead. I don't know where we're
The lost episode.
it's like from New World. It's very much like from the New World.
Oh, so-
if you know
okay.
that show,
So it's like Shinsuke.
it is actually really good.
It's like post-apocalyptic, and it's
yes.
about a couple that's like searching for bullshit.
Yes, it's about these 2 I think they're teenagers in this supposed Japanese apocalyptic world. We don't know what happened to it, which is kind of interesting. But there's these weird creatures that only he can sort of kill with weird magical powers that I think we now know what are, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to spoil it because it's near the end.
Yeah.
But she also has this like rail gun too of a pistol, which is really damn cool that she can also use to like damage them. But at the same time, there's a B plot going on of these possible espers in a facility.
Interesting.
And there's stuff going on around there.
Okay.
But that might not be happening during the same time as their thing. So and then he's trying to figure out who he is in a way. She's trying to figure out like her own thing, which I definitely don't want to spoil because that is what she went through in this damn season is insane. And
Say less.
it's amazing. Please. It's a good damn show. It's so
Fuck you, Hulu.
it is so
It's fine,
goddamn.
it's all right.
The animation is good. The OP is good.
Oh, hell yeah.
Everything about the show is good.
Everyone says that.
The only thing I worry about is like since it's sold so bad in Japan with Blu-rays, I heard they might not do a second season.
I was like a
No one
chainsaw
knew
man.
it existed.
Down the
Exactly.
manga we go.
Yeah, but we'll see.
not a
I'm
manga.
praying to
It's
God.
not?
I'm praying to God it'll keep going because it's such a good show.
Wait. So if everyone's getting rid of physical media,
I know.
how the fuck we're gonna fund all these animes now?
I know. Well, maybe they're still.
Maybe Japan has to get with the program.
No, they shouldn't.
No, I know they shouldn't.
Because that's
No.
how they usually
Yeah.
decide how if something continues or not.
No, of
It's like-
course,
it's
yeah.
like Blu-ray sales.
It's how much money it makes, right?
Yeah, but I'm hoping this will be the case where like it's such a good show, people still want it because they left on a good cliffhanger that I'm like,
It is a manga.
the anime is good though. Like the animation is just
It's more for
good.
him because
I
he won't
know,
watch it.
I
so.
know, but I'm just saying the animation is good.
He's like, next time you see it, like, hey, Michael, I know, you told me to watch it. I didn't, but I read it.
I read
And here's the
I read all of
ending.
it. I read all of it. I'm going to spoil it all of it.
He's
know-
like,
I
where did
know
it get
what
up to? Did it
happens.
get up to the scene where she died? And you're like, what? oh,
never mind. Don't
sorry.
You're like shocked Pikachu face. I'm like, what?
Did they go over how she was the monster the whole time?
Don't spoil things for people right now. Gosh, how dare you?
Watch it be right. Conjectures be right. Okay.
Someone's a monster.
I see it from the New World.
My number 3, because I actually went back and I actually fully watched it now, is Oshinoko.
Okay.
Really?
I want to talk about it later because it's higher up for me.
Well, we should talk about it. We talked about our, or I guess, I don't know.
Well, you were both the same number, right?
I guess, yeah.
I can talk about it now, but
It's up to you guys. I feel like we should just talk about it now since it's on both on your lists.
okay, it's fine.
Is it all on 3 of your lists?
It's not mine.
Okay.
Surprise.
It's up to you. If I won't make you.
I can talk about it now. I
I
don't
won't
care.
make you state your opinion first.
I think it's probably one
I
of
won't hijack the show and make
I
you
think
say
the
what you
first
say.
episode's the best episode of all time.
It's absolutely amazing.
Like, it's the best movie.
Absolutely amazing.
And then everything else is okay.
Yeah,
But, you know,
exactly. That's my problem with it. Is like the first episode is so good, and then the OP,
Set the bar so high.
OP's got
the
tier.
OP
is God.
is
DD's
amazing.
good.
I've listened to that OP just 100 times on Spotify last year.
I personally think it's the best OP of all time.
I just think the song is so catchy.
Was
It's
it,
not even just
was it on your
OP.
Spotify or whatever
Well-
rap?
What?
Was it on your Spotify?
Yeah. It was.
rap?
It showed me I played it 100 times on my Spotify Wrapped, and I have it downloaded on my phone on iMusic or
There you
whatnot.
go.
He bought it
so
too.
I bought it too. So I don't know.
He's
how
like
much-
spending
so
all
I-
the money.
So I think I at least listened to it like 125 times just last year.
Yeah.
It's a really catchy song.
Well, I use it for writing. And in my line of work, it's like it's a good
makes sense,
upbeat
yeah.
song. So when something urgent is happening, I put it on and it gets me going.
Upbeat song, and they put it in English, and you just want to cry.
I know. Well, yeah, I won't get into me listening to Japanese songs while writing because it's like basically an instrument and not.
yeah.
The voices are instrument.
That's
not,
what I listen
Well,
to
yeah,
at work
yeah,
too.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like I'll have to pay
It's
attention.
nice filler sounds. And like I said that.
Have you watched the music video? Very, very depressing.
You do the same thing. Like I
One brain cell.
do that too whenever that part comes.
I don't know. I like the show. Thank you.
I love the show.
I like it a lot.
You did that tuny fingers.
I'm not the only one that does that. Oh my god, thank you.
He does tuny fingers.
He's a chuny boy. I
Tuny
know.
boy.
He's at home with an eye patch. He's like, yo, guys.
My hand's wrapped in a bandage. My right hand is cursed.
Because like I'm in the car and I'll be listening to this song, I go like, boop.
I was like, it's like my fingers are like the glow sticks, you know?
I know.
20 fingers.
Can you talk about the show? I'm sorry.
But I don't know. I enjoyed it. Yes, the first episode is a fucking banger. It's absolutely amazing.
Yep.
Like the drama, the roller coaster of it is top tier. I mean, the rest is just fun.
I think-
it's just fun ridiculousness.
I think
but it is
episode
fun.
1 and it's 12, right?
Yeah.
Or is it 13?
What part are you talking about? So,
The show.
The show.
Is it 12 episodes or 13?
I think it's 13.
Yeah.
Okay, I think 13 is also one of the best episodes.
Yeah.
Where they deal with where they actually go onto the stage and
Yeah.
then they become an idol group and they're like, oh, where she learns, what's her name? Is it
Red hair girl.
Red Hair Girl?
Oh,
I don't know her name. Forgot.
and that's I don't know any of their names at the top of my head. I'm
So, like,
sorry.
I don't know. But I like her
I have trouble- I
development
have
at
trouble
the
with my own
end.
names. Okay.
My favorite character was the Chicken Man.
Oh, I
You know what?
loved him
Episode 10 is good also.
much. He was amazing.
This to me is just fun. It's just fun. I do like how it touches into some of the backgrounds of like it
All
into
the drama
into that
and,
culture
like,
and everything,
Entertainment and all
right?
that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
I think it's really good just to have a perspective of what is going on behind
Oh, yeah.
the scenes because even like you hear of all the stuff that
Oh,
does
yeah.
happen and it's very sad, but you don't know what's really going on. Where this to me shows it to you almost on a platter.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this is kind of what's going on, guys.
In a way, yeah. It shows that it's not too.
Dude,
Well,
it shows that in
Japanese
good-
and Korean fans are.
I don't
crazy,
think it's in a
dude.
good.
They're
Well, it shows
fucking
it.
crazy.
You mean a good way as like for us to visualize
I
it.
guess,
well,
yeah.
Because there's a lot of bad things
Well,
that
I
happen.
know.
because it's exaggerated, right? It's
Yeah.
exaggerated in the way that anime is exaggerated.
And that's the
I don't
thing.
think
so-
exaggerated.
I
No. I don't mean in severity. I mean in presentation.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to say,
So-
I'm like, some of the severity stuff goes farther.
Things will
I'm
get
getting
worse,
at,
and
yeah.
things can always get worse, right?
Yeah.
It's like saying like the worst violence that you ever can see in an anime has been done worse by a human being in real life, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like it's exaggerated in the way that anime is exaggerated in presentation,
Yeah.
without fully shying away from the dark undertones of that lifestyle because it exists. That is the way it is.
I felt so bad in that arc for that one girl in the dating show.
Yeah.
Oh,
She like flips out on this bitch, and
Yeah.
the whole social media is like, oh my god, she should kill herself.
I
I'm
know,
like,
yeah.
whoa, chill, dude.
Well, that's how it is, though.
Yeah.
It's,
And that's
fucking-
and that stuff's good, but it just feels like we deviate from the first plot of it too much of what this show was going to be like. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the issue with the end of episode 1 is it ends.
And that's the
Like,
problem.
That's
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah.
And then the show takes up like, oh, now you have their kids, and this is what the life is like.
because
After.
I don't
As a teenager, and they're
Yeah.
Because
trying-
I don't know if this is the case, right? Because this does happen with light novels, where you'll have a first novel that was a proof of concept.
Yeah.
That, like they submitted it into like a contest or whatever's. It's like it's meant to be a one-off, but there's potential for more.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that this could have been something similar. But then again, it's the same guy who did freaking Kaguya, right? So
Oh,
who
yeah.
knows?
Yeah, you're right. That's
Maybe
why I
they're
forgot
like,
about that.
maybe he had a whole plan from the get-go. Who knows? But that's just kind of what it feels like
Yeah.
because the first episode is the first volume.
Yeah.
Right. So of the manga. So I don't know. Maybe that is the way it is. I don't know how those timelines match up, but I think they were written simultaneously.
Yes.
Yeah, he was
Forgot,
doing
yeah.
Kaguya and
I
Oshinoko
think he
at the
was
same time.
finishing Kago when
That's what it
Yeah.
was. It's like
Yeah,
he
he
was
was finishing.
off of one, starting
Yeah.
the
So
other.
that might not be the case at all. But who
no
knows,
breaks,
right?
get the whip out.
Yeah.
You know.
But it could have been just a proof of concept, like one volume, because obviously it's hard for us to see how those sales are in Japan.
Yeah.
Especially with like stuff like that. But who knows? Maybe.
Also, it
But-
matters like how he was thinking.
Yeah,
Maybe he just
exactly,
thought it's like, you know,
exactly.
here I have a one-off idea. I'll not think about it, and then everyone's like, "Yeah, you should continue."
Yeah,
He's
they're like,
"Okay,
do it.
well,
And he's like, okay.
Yeah. Like I said, it's
Yeah.
good. I just think they deviate from the whole murder mystery plot a lot too much for me.
I
to
think
be like-
that's the first
I think
season.
it's too
now.
short.
and
Yeah.
that's
Diving
and that's
into
the
I think
thing.
if it's
So-
26 because I feel like the first half is just him getting everything rolling again.
Yeah, I know.
Because he's trying to find out, but he's in the middle of nowhere.
I get it.
Was a child.
yeah.
No, I get it, but at the same time, it grabs me, and it's like we're going to do something else.
And
And,
then
I
that's
get
why I'm,
that.
and
Yeah, I
that's
get
why I'm
that.
like,
Because the murder mystery throughout the whole show is like sprinkled. Like
very sprinkled.
Yeah.
And more
it was
goes-
like, look,
and-
he's this is like a leadway into this,
Yeah.
but you don't need it right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I get it. And I totally understand
I
that.
feel like weird enough. I think it's a season like 2, like end of season 2 into season 3 will be when you get like
Yeah.
the full murder mystery.
Yeah. Which I don't mind. As long as
I haven't read it.
As
to
long as
be
it
fair,
keeps,
so I
it
don't
keeps,
wanna-
as long as it keeps entertaining me, and
Oh, of
it
course,
has entertained me. I'll say that. I just feel like
I just wish
it,
there
it
was,
kind of dropped off too hard for me.
I wish there was equal time between the brother and the
that's
other twin. Because it's mostly just the brother.
for the first half, but the second half
The
was
second half's like all of
the second half's like
no.
It's about her, but it's not her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I guess.
Well,
you're
but
right.
I feel
But
like,
he's,
but
I think he's the main character,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she's just like there as a supporting role.
I do feel like it's his story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the two
He's
main,
the one with the trauma, I guess.
yeah, the two main characters is the son and the red-haired girl. I think are the two main characters.
Which is weird because like she should be a main character. Maybe she gets a main character later on.
maybe. Well,
who knows?
Maybe I should
Yeah.
read it.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
And maybe she'll be a main character later on because she is also reincarnated.
Yeah.
And that I think that plot point's got to come up sometime again. Of like, wait, you're who? You're who? Because we're
Wait,
forgetting about
excuse
that
me?
whole thing.
Oh, you're talking about the sister.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
was-
sister.
I thought you
No,
you were
the
saying
other-
the other actress was a recon. I was like, what?
And that's what I'm saying. Is like there's that part going on too of like, oh yeah, he used to be a doctor and she used to be a cancer patient.
this whole world is all reincarnated.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
So like there's that kind of stuff there too. There's a lot going in there, and we go into
I just
high school, not high school, but entertainment drama.
I'm
which
just-
is
Just
not
don't know
what I
how
expected.
that one guy got away with double murder.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
There's quite a few people that
Double
it
murder.
happens.
yeah.
Is it really murder if you just push someone down a tree or a hill and no one sees it?
I guess that is attempted murder.
We'll see. Can we do that to you, Forrest, in a forest?
Sure. If I don't get found, it's not murder at that point. Just a
dies in
lost
a
guy.
Is a
Forest.
dead forest found in a forest instead?
That's a good question.
If a forest falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound?
Will Forrest hear it? Is the question. Anyway,
Number three.
My number 3
I forgot we're on 3.
was best girl, frieren.
Oh, so where's everyone's? Because I'm sure you have it on yours. I have it on mine.
It's not on mine.
I hate you.
Well,
all.
I took
So-
because I personally think anything that's continuing
I know,
should
but
be for next year.
But even then, this one is.
First season's
So
so
you're
good.
gonna put it for that means you can't put it for next year.
I'll put it for. No, I will.
No, see, this is the rule.
I
can't
thought
stop
it was
me.
ass, but then I kept going. I'm like, it's pretty good.
You can't stop me from putting it on next year.
Well, yeah, but this is my rules. I feel like I feel like that you shouldn't have a show like because then it's like the Crunchyroll where
Oh, no,
it's like
no,
let's have Jujutsu Kaisen win this year and next year.
I got you.
Let's say,
Core 1.
yeah. And normally I would agree,
Yeah.
but this one for me, it's my number one.
Well, yeah,
'cause
you change it because it's your number one. I
This
understand.
is like one of the few shows I would give that like. That
Well,
privilege to.
then
Sure.
again, like if we're gonna judge it on that,
You also your number 1.
Is it what's yours?
that was my number 2. But
Okay.
I mean, if we're gonna
So
judge it
3,
that way,
2,
right?
1,
Like, does
and
that mean that
whatever you are.
That'd be
like-
number one, but I don't want to count it.
Oh, so it's your number one.
Well, would be.
Okay.
but
Well, oh my god.
It's an honorable mention.
Honorable
Yeah.
mention number one for you. Your imaginary number one.
because I don't want to have the same shit as
I
everybody
get
else.
it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
okay,
But it's
whatever.
Next year. Ask him next year.
Yeah.
Oh, next year, yeah, I'll put on mine, but you guys can't have it on yours. That's the rule.
This is your number 3. You talk.
Just very cathartic, you know. A lot about regrets. And it makes me sad.
'Cause where does
but
it
also
end
it's
technically?
wholesome.
Like, what do you mean? Where does it end technically?
I would say
2024 doesn't
I-
count towards it.
Okay,
yeah.
so I would say
Because if you're gonna count
Yeah.
arc 1,
Yeah.
where's the technical date?
I'm
on
trying to
that?
remember.
when
'cause
the
they
when
actually-
the when the OP changes.
Yeah,
But I
when
don't
the
remember where that is.
I mean,
I can find out.
episode 13 or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, it'd probably be like
Because that's where I would say the division on the core is. It's
Probably
when the, it's when the,
15
it's when the
because,
OP
like, 3
changes.
came out.
When the AD changes.
Where is it? Where is it? I would say.
But I want to say I think it's like episode 15 something.
Yeah,
like that.
like episode 15 when they part with the priest.
Yeah,
think
is
that's-
about when the switch comes. When I would say is the end of core 1.
Yeah, at
Yeah.
first I was just like, man, it's boring. She's just fucking walking, talking to people and shit.
But
Man, it's like Lord of
Reminiscing
the.
about the past. Whoa,
It's like
big
Lord of the
deal.
Rings. It's crazy.
But then I'm like, oh, I get it. It's like the fucking Danny DeVito was like, I get it.
This is something I always loved. I mean, I know I started the manga because I always heard it was great. But
Of course he did.
Of course I did. And I was just so happy to actually see it like visualized for the pure fact that as a person who does like old like fantasy anime. I feel like this was it's almost like a return to form in a way.
Although this is new. What do you mean?
Shut up. Can we just beat him up?
You know what I mean? Because it feels like it has that same vibe. It doesn't have fucking skills. It doesn't have all these other,
You want to bet?
isekai stuff that has just polluted all of fantasy anime.
There's no like real twist or something like that. It's just a good fucking solid show.
Also, I feel like it's one of the few pieces of medium that like actually touch upon the idea of what life is like through the lens of someone who would be immortal.
Yeah.
It's fucking sad, bro.
Yeah, of course it is.
Never think about it, right?
Yeah.
Even if you think of Lord of the Rings, right? You think fucking Elrond's been around since the beginning of time.
I
You
know.
don't think of that, you know?
And then he fucks off to go live forever. And
He's like Frodo and everyone else.
Exactly, and you think of and it's that old idea, right? You think of like the relationship between freaking Arwen and Aragorn, right? Arwen's fucking 400, 500 something years old.
You're like, back in my prime, not this shit happened.
Yeah. and they say in the show, like, oh, like a day ago you were this tall and I was picking you up and I was taking care of you.
And now you're dying.
And now you're like, how big and what's going on? And like a blink in the eye. Oh, like, 100 years ago I went to this place, good food. This is a little bit later on, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Minor,
But it's cool. But I do like the fact of this person who's never really thought about like
About life.
the shortness of mortal life, and just being like, oh fuck,
yeah.
I goofed. I just took all that for granted.
Yeah. Like for me, that's like one of the main reasons why it's number one for me. I think
It's great.
we're old.
We're all in sad.
I hate to say we're old. So like seeing it like this, like New Game Plus in a way sort of thing of like the journey has ended for her. Now what? And she's now kind of like mentoring these new people.
Yeah.
And maybe it's actually because like I'm kind of doing that for like people I see at my work and other things like that I'm like getting that like
It's like relatable, but not I don't live forever.
It's like really, I find it really relatable because like, again, like she's mentoring people that are like about to go on their journey. And now I'm kind of doing that with someone who's 19, who's a coworker.
I also feel like the show also pushes you, like me as a human, forward. Like it's like, oh yeah. When she complains, like, yeah, we spent like 3 days looking for goddamn flowers so I can cast this goddamn spell.
This is the
This is my life. I'm like,
of anime.
Yeah.
What?
Except with more death.
Yeah.
You want, dude? I don't know. Have you seen some of Paddington? Dude?
Paddington 2, he fucking dies in the first 10 minutes, bro.
He probably killed like 20 people by accident. All the floodings and shit he did. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah. Frieren is just. Ugh.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like,
It's an absolutely
I think I
amazing show.
cried like 2 times in this show.
That's amazing. It's
Rewatching it's pretty hard because when my mom came, it was probably like 5-6 episodes in. I was like, you should watch this show. It's basically Lord of the Rings, but after. This is how I explain it to everybody. And they're like, oh, okay. And I started watching it, and the first episode is so hard to watch because her struggle she doesn't know she's having yet.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh god, it's like, oh, he's gonna die soon.
It all hurts. Like, the one that really got me was like, again, this might be core 2 or past 2024, but like the old man who's losing.
Don't say it, bro. Don't say it. No, don't say it.
That one, yeah.
No.
That one, I legit started crying because I'm like, oh god, oh god. Oh, I probably spoiled some people on that are just saying that, but man,
That's amazing.
It's so sass.
it's so, but so good too. Like, there's a
Yeah.
lot of happy moments in it also.
Cathartic, bro.
It's so good. Even the animation, Madhouse is killing it with this, like just the simple walking
They always
stuff.
drop
Well, this is what
bangers
happens
and they
when you
leave.
have like more than a week
I
to
know,
do your show.
I know. And that's the thing. Like, it's just simple. Like, you're either going to get a badass fight scene or just the most amazing facial
Backgrounds,
walking animations that are just
show
like
a year and like, dude, we got this.
It's
got this.
yeah,
Take your time, son. You can go home. It's only been 20 hours.
yeah. No, Fieren's just
Take a
amazing.
4-day
Absolutely
weekend, bro.
amazing.
Come back
It-
fresh.
it's,
Well, I thought I was gonna say just take a
Can't wait to
weekend.
see where it goes.
yeah, I can't wait.
It's almost over technically in our.
Yeah, because I think we have 5 more
Yeah.
episodes left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love the show, man. I could just keep talking about this one. It's just so
What
nice.
number are we on?
Number 3.
Thank you. I was like, where are we
I
at?
know where we're
So
at.
we skipped 2 and 1 for me. So
That's fair. I put Psychopaths. I like the movie.
Oh, the movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Slap
that
on.
because they've been doing movies now,
Yeah.
not anymore like seasons. Yeah,
But that movie's great.
Can I put movies?
I haven't seen it yet. There's
What
like
else came out this
There's like a
year?
bunch of movies. Like God, I've been meaning to watch them.
That's the issue. I feel like all
Yeah.
the movies came out, like, they always come out a year later for us, it feels
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Because I almost thought Suzume was 2023. That's 2022.
Yeah.
I
I
know.
was like, holy shit.
Which one?
well,
Suzume?
Oh, yeah.
well, another reason I haven't watched Psychopath, like any of the newer stuffs, because I heard season 2 sucked.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
it
Well,
did.
I don't think it's sucked.
I didn't
It's
want
not
to.
as good.
It's like saying, you know, when you watched, what's it called? Oshinoko, and you're like, it fell off pretty hard, but it's still
okay.
like a 8.
Yeah.
Like those
Okay,
episodes.
I heard it fell off hard, so that's why
What
I
we
did.
found out, dude, is that this new movie is before
Season
season
three.
3.
Yeah.
Maybe it's season 3 I'm thinking of that
Season
fell
3's
off hard.
ass.
Maybe that's
Which
what
one
it
season?
is.
I don't remember.
Maybe-
She's not even there because she's in prison, and you're like,
Oh,
why
yeah,
is she
yeah,
in
yeah.
prison?
Maybe you don't understand it.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking of. I heard season
three.
3 was
Yeah.
like really
It's
bad.
not with this. None of the main characters are there.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of season 3. I
I
remember.
feel like 1 is like a 10. It's like my favorite
Yeah,
anime.
one-
Then
one
it's
is-
like an 8, and then like a 7, 6.5.
yeah, and then, I think that's what I'm thinking of
And
season
then the
3.
movies, you know, go back up.
I feel like the movie comes close to the brightness that is
Yeah.
season 1.
Okay, maybe I should just sit down and watch them again because it's been like
But I feel like you can watch that movie like even without watching
7
like
years.
season 2.
As I said, I think you need
Yeah.
season
Only season
1.
And yeah,
You could probably skip season 2. Watch the movie and then go back if you really wanted,
wanted
to.
to.
Just go through the movies.
This
It's
is
like
a-
season 1, go through the movies, and you're good.
because the movies are pretty decent.
okay. Like, so I've heard
Yeah.
the movies were decent. I'm like, I don't want to do season 3.
I think you need season 2 to understand why this guy get demoted and why is the girl such a bitch.
Yeah.
It's like-
But
it's
that's
like
that one
it.
character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
like the
that's
same
it.
reason I don't want to watch Hunter x Hunter because.
It's too long.
Well, no, it's because there's no ending. Like, I'm gonna be stuck
Oh, yeah.
waiting for wanting more.
It's never gonna end.
You can
I
even
know.
read it.
Well,
Even that
Even that doesn't end.
that's why I say where every time a Psychopath thing comes out, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? What year is it?
There's 4 movies, bro.
Yeah.
Well, it's
3
two and
seasons.
3 overs.
Yeah.
But I just I wanted to put on there. I felt like it was just a really good movie for
It's an
this
amazing
year.
movie.
I feel like there's probably better movies, but I didn't really see many. The only I feel like Psychopaths and The Boy and the Heroine
The Heron
Boy,
Boy.
the heroine.
are like the 2 movies I got to see this year.
But by the way, after I watched that movie, I went to see Godzilla right after that.
Hey,
Yeah.
That's such a good movie.
But I just realized I just watched 2 sad World War II movies in a row.
We didn't watch Susan
Two-
this year?
that was like beginning of this
Yeah, it
year,
was
but it
beginning of the
was
year.
2022
yeah.
technically.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I know that's why I said we get everything a year later, so it's like fucks
Yeah.
everything on our list.
So I remember like coming out of Godzilla, I'm like, wait, I just watched like two movies.
Well, because I think
Lost in grief.
I think I watched Godzilla before we watched Boy and the Heron. So for me, it was like in the same week, same thing. It's like 2 movies
Yeah.
about the Tokyo fire bombings.
Like I'm sad now.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until it happened. I was like, oh. And then after that, I watched like Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
Sick fuck.
I watched so many.
Okay.
Talk about number 2. Let's move on.
Number 2.
Finland.
That's
Fuck, that was my number 1.
I do. Like that was
I feel like
another
I
one.
got
I
the
was-
list left here, boys.
I do. That's the problem. Was like I can't talk about Finland either. I'm like Finland is also so goddamn good.
It's amazing.
That was another show that I'm like.
I also Cree.
That was another show that I just went over. Like whenever it came out, I'm watching it. That's all these shows were to me. Like as soon as that thing came out, I will watch it.
I was fortunate enough to binge all of it
Yeah.
on Netflix. I'm like, ooh,
That's what I'm gonna do.
Finland's so good.
it's hard,
Vinland,
bro.
like
So
I'll say this: Vinland took a little while for me to warm up because I
Yeah.
was so used
To
to
season 1.
and
Yeah.
I was even told like when after season 1 ended, like by a friend, like it's not going to be the same. And he even warned me all those years ago, and
He's
I'm like,
"This is
whatever,
Stardew Valley."
whatever. And then I get to it, I'm like, wait, we're on episode 4, and nothing has happened. Like,
Now, where's all the murders?
I'm like, where's the murder? Where's the knives? Where's the stuff?
Did you ever watch the live action Vikings?
I haven't.
It's the same thing. You're like, season 1, you're like, yeah, fuck these people. And season 2, you're like,
But
yeah, some cool grass.
But I think even like that's kind of the point,
and that's
right?
and as soon as I
That's
as
the
soon as
point
I
of
got
the story.
yeah, as soon as I warmed up to that, I really liked it. I just had to warm up to it.
I watched it all one go. so I didn't get that shock.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll do that.
And a friend of mine didn't watch it because he loves season 1 so much and he wants action, fight.
But that's the
Season 2
thing, right?
is way better, bro.
But that's the thing, right? It's the
I know.
whole point. The whole
I
reason
know.
like, the author wrote it that way is just be like, it's you see, we're like this because you sick fucks just like gratuitous violence.
I know. I was trying to explain that to him. He's like, but I like my fights. And I'm like, I'm sorry,
My
man.
lizard brain
reptile
says,
brain, yeah.
I want swing axe hard.
There's like three. There's some good fights in this. I'll say that. I loved the fight with her and Snake.
Yeah.
That fight was so cool.
Nah, bro, the best fight is him and the random Viking at the end.
Okay, yeah, but
right.
That's a good fight.
That's a good. But like, come on, like my lizard brain is just like my lizard brain is like, oh, this is so cool. Like seeing him go back in that stance, having Aqualad just like behind him, being like, "You've got to wake up. He's going to kill you. Don't wake up." And he just tenses up like that, and it's like, oh shit. Who is this guy? Why is he a slave? And the other person's like, why are you on a farm?
He's like, why is that stance? You work for the king? What the fuck?
Oh yeah. Like, oh god.
It's so
like
good.
it's your guys' number one, so I'll let you guys talk more, but like it's such a good
amazing.
show.
Very cathartic.
Yeah. Like if you're into
I have no enemies, man.
I have no enemies.
like, if Frieren didn't come out this year, this definitely would be my number one. But Frieren just hits me a little bit harder. But this one's still such a. I was going back and forth.
See, for me, I decided to do the switch because I felt like, I mean, we're at Frienen's beginnings.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're like in Vinland Saga.
Oh, yeah,
like,
and I
this
get
is
that.
like in. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is my number one.
Yeah, like I said, it's your guys' number one.
Yeah,
So
it's my
we can. I gave somewhat my piece. I don't want to keep like your guys'
No,
number one
it's fine. It's
conversation.
absolutely amazing. It's just great. It's just a wonderful show. I absolutely love everything that's in it.
It's a full circle, bro.
yeah.
If you watch it all in one go, you're like, wow, the themes
Yeah.
implemented in the first like 3 episodes, and it just closes up perfectly at the end.
Yeah.
And his
It's
character
beautiful.
development, 10 out of 10.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Would watch again.
You should watch Vikings. It was a good show. It's got 7 seasons of this ending. It's crazy.
Well, this is anime.
No, I was just thinking, I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, it's like a same beat. I guess I should just watch it.
Yeah.
Because I've been pushing it on the back burner.
You
Yeah.
haven't seen it all?
It's-
No,
I
he
have
hasn't.
future reasons why I need to watch
Okay.
it. Because it's for other stuff.
Okay.
Wink, wink. You maybe want to watch that one, The Northman or whatever.
Have you not seen The Northman?
No, I
Have you
haven't
not
seen
seen
it.
it? Okay.
I wanted to watch it again.
You watch it again?
Okay.
I
Yeah.
didn't though, but
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it after I finish the show.
You're like, more Viking stuff.
More Vikings. Yeah. I guess I watched 7 seasons of Vikings.
Instead.
It was on Prime, but that was like last year when
Yeah.
I watched it. I was at work. I'm like, oh, I got nothing better to watch. 7 seasons straight. I'm like, God, he's gonna die.
Oh my
man.
God, dude.
Thorfinn had the best dad.
Yeah, it's just that
And
show.
just-
Finland, man. There's
A
so
lot
much.
of life lessons.
There's
Who animated second? Was it still Wit?
Matt.
Oh, Mappa did second, right?
Yeah, Mappa did it again.
Because Wit did
Slaves
first.
of Mappa.
yeah, the Slaves of Mappa. Yeah,
The Slaves of Mappa.
because
Doran-
Wit didn't do this season.
Yeah.
which they didn't need to, I guess, because Wit.
No, yeah.
They're like, there's not enough fights. You take it.
yeah,
Say it like that.
we can't flex our guns. This is for you.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
This will be your side burner while everybody's slaving away on Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, exactly. You'll get 1 or 2 cool, really fight scenes, but that's about it, guys.
But I've learned all the animators are ambidextrous there. They're probably drawing 2 shows at the same time.
I
They're like,
have to.
This hand's doing Gojo. This one's doing Thorfinn.
They're doing Attack on Titan with
No,
their feet.
Yeah,
No.
the backgrounds. the
Fourth
feet.
is their mouth, man. That's the easiest one. Aaron's the left hand.
Aaron's the left hand. You're
Gojo's
right,
the
you're
right hand.
Their feet are the backgrounds.
Yeah, exactly. God.
The Holy Trinity.
God, that story of the one guy that came back for his wife.
Oh God. Yeah, like I said, it's just there's so many good story arcs in this damn season. Like freaking King, dude.
Oh, the king. Yeah.
With just that whole thing of his dead dad.
Oh, I love
just-
the juxtaposition of those 2 characters. Oh,
It's
man.
so good.
hard.
And then just I looked down. You couldn't see that in the camera, but I looked down.
It's for OnlyFans.
But Yeah, like there's just so many good story threads that work with Thorkinn's growth. It's just so, it's just good.
Shout out to the writer.
Yeah, honestly,
Top tier.
Top tier
yeah,
writer.
like
He's really
it's
good.
one. I kind of started reading some of the manga just to like because I'm so interested in it now.
I want to own it.
So I kind of pushed the brakes a little bit because I'm like, maybe I really want to see the anime do this stuff now too. Because I saw another, they get back into some fight scenes in the future, which I'm like, okay, but it isn't ridiculous amount, but still good. So I'm like, okay, I'm pumping the brakes now. There's some cool stuff they now. It's one of the few shows I've now read, sort of future stuff.
No, okay.
So
If it doesn't keep going, I was still totally fine.
and that was my concern was like because it used to be a Prime show.
Oh, that's right.
It was on.
It was on Prime?
It was. It was
Oh,
on
I didn't
Amazon
know that.
Prime.
The first season was originally.
Yeah, the first season was on Amazon
That's why
Prime.
it's on Netflix. It makes sense.
Well, it's on Crunchyroll.
It's on Crunchyroll.
Oh, it
yeah.
is?
But like it was originally a Prime, then it went to High Dive, and now it's on Netflix and Crunchyroll.
Fuck you, High Dive.
Dude. I can talk about this later about High Dive and Anime Strike.
Oh, you're trying to shit on High
Well, I
Dive.
forgot if Anime Strike was a thing. Anyway, let's
What
move
number
on.
are we on?
We're on number 2.
Who's
Yeah.
number 2?
You're number 2.
Yeah.
Because we said
Because my number 2 was frieren. So what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Pluto.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Thank God you put it on
waiting
there.
for one of you guys
I
to
was-
say that one.
love Pluto.
He was talking about this whole time. I'm like, I didn't put it on my list because I know he's going to talk about it.
I thought that would be one of your top 5s.
You didn't watch it.
you didn't?
I haven't.
He doesn't watch
Interesting.
anime.
You just
I
Astro
That's
Boy,
the
right?
one I thought that you would actually watch.
I just haven't yet.
Came out of nowhere,
Nice.
stole my heart.
It came out literally, I think, the same week as Blue Eyed Samurai, and I'm like, dude, I got
Oh, yeah.
so much shows to watch. Holy shit!
You're going. You talk about Pluto.
Pluto. It's like a reimagining of Astro Boy. If you haven't seen Astro Boy, but I would say greedier. I think.
Yeah, it's way darker because
Yeah.
you feel.
It's not silly Billy, you know,
Yeah.
but same themes, I guess.
Because I feel like it teaches you, or not teaches you, what's probably a better word? I don't know. We'll use teach for now. About like how the robots and AI and stuff can like they have feelings and stuff with these normal people, and people have feelings for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Astro Boy, but when people die, you're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
my boy died. No, in Astro Boy, you're like, I get
Astro Boy is
repaired.
always
It's fine.
cartoonish and very like Saturday
Yeah.
morning cartoon. While this one's like, wow, do androids sleep of electronic sheep? You know what I'm saying?
basically,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, you know, they have rights. They fought for us because we're like, we're not gonna dispose of human lives, so we're gonna use robots.
But then they're also
but these robots have feelings.
yeah, but they're also trying to pull the rights back because
Yeah,
they're
yeah, 'cause
like,
humans are
well,
dicks.
we shouldn't have the robots kill people because they
Yeah.
don't have the same emotions. You know, the robot should die. Fuck it. It's like,
and then
sure.
and then you have someone in the background trying to kill all the best AI robots in the world.
Yeah,
And
the
then
7.
it's like each episode's basically going through their backstories of these robots, and it's fucking sad, bro.
you watched it, right?
I've watched it.
He didn't like it though.
Oh, yeah,
I was
yeah.
mid on it.
He said that in the last episode.
Which episode?
In the lost episode.
No, yeah, because gosh, maybe it's because I was recovering from surgery, and it's their 1 hour long episodes. I was
This dude was
expecting.
high as fuck.
Honestly, yeah.
Sir, I don't get it.
I think my problem with it is the last few episodes where it's like we switched the main character. Where the main
'cause you're
character,
like the blonde dude.
the main character always felt like it was the detective.
Yeah.
Yeah. It felt like a what's it like noir movies kind of.
Yes,
Kind
and
of
that's,
like
and that's
that.
the thing.
Neo-noir.
And I didn't even know it was had to tie to Astro Boy until I saw one of the professors. I'm like,
Yep.
okay, something's up here. Something's
Yeah.
not making.
I saw the professor. I saw the other row and like that guy, motherfucker, looks like Astro Boy.
I saw the. Oh shit! It happened. It happened finally. I've been waiting for that to happen. I've been watching you the whole time.
I got too excited, bro.
This is why you change up the plays.
The set.
You guys have been watching it too. I've been watching it the whole time.
It looks fine.
Been
It's
a
okay.
witness.
Almost saying this damn
It's all
thing.
your stuff in the back. It's fine.
God, but yeah, when I think it was like the lengthy professor, like the professor who actually made Astro, when he finally appeared, I'm like, okay, what's going on? this has to be Astro Boy related now. There's something going on here. And then that's when I was like, okay, this now makes a bit more sense, but it's still good. It just, there's some parts where it just felt inconsistent. Like, I think the first episode started off really strong, and then like the second part of it, I'm like,
I felt a little more rushed.
I'm like,
towards the end.
what are we doing with this other robot with learning piano, which is cool, but I just didn't know what was going
I
on.
think the
still.
issue.
That's so sad.
It's weird to say. I think it's too short. Where
In a
because they're
way, yeah.
hour episodes, what, 8
Yeah,
or 9?
It was 8 episodes, an hour long.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
But I feel like there's certain like story arcs that were just like you're just like,
Yeah.
holy shit, what's going on?
Yeah. Because I think afterwards they start going to a lot more people's, like the other robots' story arcs a little bit more, like the wrestlers and everything like that.
yeah.
And they didn't even go into the, what's it called, the first robot that died. He just died.
He died off screen.
Yeah, he basically did. It's interesting. Like the mystery plot is good, but like the end result of like, who was that teddy bear?
Yeah, well, I think it leads up
You know what I'm
into
It's a
saying?
secret organization. You gotta
yeah,
keep
but I think it
reading,
leads
bro.
up into future stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a
'Cause
cliffhanger.
that's the main
Does
bad
it?
guy.
Does
I think
it?
it does, yeah, because it's
Does
an
it
old
really?
manga, or
Is-
it's a manga, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
it's a
thought
manga.
that
That's what I'm
ended.
looking at right
but
now.
I thought it ended with that.
I mean, the main
Oh,
Astro
I
Boy
thought
bad guy
it was.
is that teddy bear.
But that's what I'm saying. It just how
like
did
an
that teddy bear
entity.
get to the president? You know what I'm saying? It's just there's all this weird stuff that.
What you
doesn't
have to do is read the new Mega Man volume to go back to the Astro Boy. Then you get to Pluto.
at
It's that
surface
super
level.
AI computer.
Yeah, at surface level, I think it's really good. The more I think about it, the more I have problems with it. That's my thing. Like there's some things. There's
Don't
some.
think about anime. Come on.
I know, and
We
that's-
do this every time. We're like, this is a great show.
I can
And
think
they're
about
like,
Frieren and
wait.
I can think about Frieren and freaking Vinland Saga and everyone else.
that's what
and
you
I'm like,
think, man.
and
Just
I'm like,
wait.
oh, I love everything makes sense. But as soon as I get a Pluto, I'm like, why should they do this? This makes what?
I think it's also a sci-fi thing, so it's always
I
like
know.
it's always that stupid. It's like above your brain level, or it's like God, there's something that I
Well, here's the thing.
understand.
I went to
but not-
the Wikipedia to try to figure out how certain things happened, and it just says it happened, and I'm like, what?
Deal with
Yeah.
it.
Like, because
Yeah.
I will totally admit there might be times where I'm just like on my phone and miss something because
Yeah.
hour-long episodes. Maybe I just need to take my own 30-minute break.
every 30 minutes you pause.
Yeah, and just
Think about it, process
and
it.
just
You
process
You just
it.
gotta break it up, bro.
But like, I legit went to the Wikipedia and looked for that damn teddy bear and what the heck how that teddy bear got there,
Dude,
and I'm like, it was just there
The whole time.
the whole time.
Yeah.
I sat through the show in one sitting, just like straight. I was just like, oh
No.
my, there's so much to process.
Yeah, and I basically did in 2 days because
Yeah.
I did the first half in one day and the second half the next day.
which is probably better than what
Yeah.
I did. Just
Yeah.
like,
Because that's 8 hours, buddy. Just
I know
sitting
I
there.
did.
Uh-huh.
No, that'd be fair. I
Dude,
didn't
it
fully just
you
sit
know,
there.
that tornado entity of like, what? Is he gonna get my boys now? Oh no, it's
Yeah.
coming for them. It's just that
Yeah.
anxiety of like, no, not Astro Boy.
Yeah. Like I said, there's some
They
cool.
get 'em.
It's a good show, like I said, but I just think there's some parts where I'm just like, that makes no sense.
It's also sad for the detective.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like the detective parts were really good, but when they got back to the Astro Boy part, I'm like,
You're like, I don't give a shit about this kid.
well, you killed him.
But then he came back.
but they came back.
Then he came back. That's the thing. God,
It's like Astro Boy. It's fine.
I don't want to spoil. Yeah, this show, man.
Anyway,
I guess that manga was based on a very specific arc of Astro Boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this makes sense.
yeah.
like the first one.
I can't. Yeah, one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's named after a villain from the Astro Boy manga.
the main villain.
Yeah.
And like I said, I did some research reading Wikipedia articles. I did research reading Wikipedia articles, and I was just like, okay, this makes more sense. But at the same time, it just still my brain was like, okay, whatever.
my favorite
handle
one is the long hair fuck that had all these
The
orphans.
long hair
Oh.
fuck.
I forgot his name, but he has a bunch of orphans that he takes care
Oh
of.
yeah, like I said, there's some good.
He's my
I
favorite.
feel like most of the arcs are good. It's just
Yeah.
sometimes I just felt like they're too fast.
They're just not connected well. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
They're all connected through the bad guy, but then since the bad guy wasn't the main character, it just felt like it was like
It was just
completely
this
different
weird
things.
shadowy entity that we didn't really learn about until
The end.
the end.
It
Yeah.
was basically an episode of like, oh, this robot died, this other robot died,
Yeah.
this other robot died.
And then-
You
I think-
saw this robot
And I
die.
think, and I think like halfway we meet what could have been the entity
Yeah.
Yeah.
with the whole flower dude.
yeah.
And then it's like, Again,
He's not the-
it always intrigued me, but it made
hints
little
in there.
sense when you start thinking about
You have
stuff.
to rewatch it.
No.
It's only 8 hours.
only 8
Come
hours.
on.
Sorry, I'm not rewatching it. So
That's
that one I'm
only
not.
24
It's
episodes.
like a 7 on a good day and a 6 on a bad day for me. I hate to say it, buddy.
Yeah.
Anyone else has at number 2?
I got number 2.
He's gonna be our different one at this
Yeah,
point.
you have 2 and 1s, buddy.
No, one's got.
Is this
But
skipping
number
over?
2 is I put that was in. I put number 2 is Mashal.
Oh,
Season
yeah,
1.
okay,
yeah.
I think it's just a great comedy. It's been a while since
Yeah.
I think there's been a good just comedy.
That
Not like
was-
rom-com.
That was one I'd be like, I don't want to get rid of this in my top 5, but the rest of them.
That's why I put it in mine. I didn't think anybody else would put
I
it.
thought about putting it in, but at the same time, I'm just like, fuck, man. The whole reason I got into it was because of season 2.
No, because
Oh, okay.
season 2's opening.
See, I was watching it when it came out.
Oh, I didn't.
I watched it when it was coming
Same-
out.
same thing.
I
you
saw
did.
it come up on Crunchyroll, and I'm just like, this looks kind of lame. So, because I just like read the synopsis, I looked at it, I'm like, I feel like this isn't for me.
The thumbnail didn't like blow me away either. It's just like guys. You know, you're like,
And then that second opening came out, like right when it first dropped. And I'm like, this is a banger. And then I went back and I binged the whole show.
I think I just saw a scene of it, and I'm like, oh, okay. I think I need to watch the show,
Yeah.
and that's when.
It's like it's not too fantasy enough for me.
It's not too, it's
Not
too
enough-
real.
Not enough skill points.
Dude, every time he gets one of those, what does he eat?
Cream puffs.
The
Cream puffs, that's his skill point. He's like, all right, level up again.
Oh, this is great.
I don't know, I just love this show. From
It's
this,
so funny. It's so good.
oh my God,
Sorry.
everyone sucks here. From just him flying in the broom with him
Yeah.
kicking his legs to fucking, like, I can beat you in magic.
I think it's an A1 show.
Yeah.
It is,
Yeah. It's one of their. Yeah, gosh.
It's one of their 3,000 shows they produce a year. Though.
Yeah,
It's good.
I think they produce like maybe 2 or 3. Not as much as Mappa, but you know
Well,
what I'm saying.
I feel like A1 does a
Mappa.
lot, but they're all like
Yeah.
mid.
Yeah, they do a lot of mid one. They have like one good one
Yeah.
every year, which is usually Sword Art, but now it's Muscles.
Muscle and magic.
I watched Sword Art this year too.
You watched Sword Art?
Yeah, I watched all of it.
Did you? Wait, what? Really?
We'll talk about it later. Let's keep this to
I
the
just
top
remember I
5.
watched that.
I'm like, what?
We done? I think.
Yeah. Well, you have 1, too.
Well, my
Whoa,
one's
whoa,
already
we already
taken.
did one.
What was this one?
Oshinoko.
Mine's just Oshinoko.
Oh, okay,
his
sure.
number 1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
That's why I was like, I'll just talk about it later.
Sorry, I totally forgot.
And then it was Vinland.
Good, yeah.
Vinland would
What
be
was your
on
number
there if I
2?
watched it.
Mine was Vinland.
Vinland. That's why you guys
number
talked
two
about
is
it.
that's right.
So let's just
we
Yeah,
switched.
dude,
so
we-
let's just list them off. So my 5 was Bleach, 4 was
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Kaisen, 3 was gosh, my brain. I know the brain.
No, that was his.
Heavenly Delusion, 2 is Vinland, and 1 is Beyond Journey's End for me. Was
Mine was Trigun, Mushoku Tensei, Oshinoko, frieren, and then Vinland.
Mine was Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, frieren, Pluto, Vinland Saga.
Mine was Scissor 7, Insomniacs After School, Psychopath Mashal, and Oshinoko.
see, I was going to do what you were going to do, but I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that.
If I put movie slam dunk the movie, it's number 1.
Well, I forgot that came out this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Number 1.
I just wanted to be different because otherwise
I
it'd
was
been like
so
the same
tempted-
top 5 in my
I was
opinion.
so tempted, but I'm like, I'll just.
Jujutsu's good, Freeren's good.
Yeah.
The one I thought he would put on his would have been
The Bug movie?
What?
The Bug movie.
What?
Bug's Life.
No,
That came in like 99.
The
dude.
Mask
See,
Buckman.
1999.
Shin?
Yeah, Shin
That's
Mask
not an
Rider.
anime though.
Could be.
Because if it was a live action, fucking Godzilla -1 to me would trump that
It's
list.
like Oppenheimer number 1, dude.
Godzilla -1 would have taken that, but
It's
no.
like Godzilla, Oppenheimer, War in the Heron.
Barbie movie.
Apothecary thing. I thought you would put in your top 5.
I like Apothecary Diaries a lot.
I want to watch that.
He didn't
That's
watch
very
it. He
good.
read it.
Probably, yeah. He watched
I did see the first season.
Oh, okay.
I did see it.
first core is what he's
Yeah, I
saying.
watched,
Not first season.
I watched the first core, and I do enjoy it. I do like it a lot, and I thought about it. I was gonna put
That's
it.
why in my head I'm like, I don't really want to put Freeman.
then-
I want to put this.
then-
He'll
but then-
have both of them. And
Yeah, but then I thought about it. I'm just like, I'll just put it on next year's probably.
Yeah. Because we're talking about honorable mentions later, right? Or what?
No.
Well, we'll just talk about other
Yeah.
anime. The anime that we've missed this year.
Yeah.
So that was it for this.
That we didn't watch.
We didn't talk about.
we
Okay,
didn't talk
okay,
about.
okay.
That we
I
thought
wanted to
were
talk
really
about top
good.
5 here. That was
And
it.
then we'll just talk about the rest of the stuff. Oh gosh.
Some other time. Yeah.
Top 5 of the anime I didn't watch this year.
I really liked Attack on Titan's trailer. It was really good.
Because one of those shows is up there I've been wanting to watch. I just haven't had a chance.
Oh, so Spy X Family season 2 is pretty good.
The show
Anyway.
was man.
Anyway, thanks for watching. This is our top
5 of
fucking,
2023.
top numbers.
Yep.
What was your worst favorite of the
Roast
year?
us when we write, combine our lists, make a top 5 or combined, I guess.
A fiver?
A 5er.
Hit us up on Fiverr. We'll draw you something if you want.
I'll draw your favorite wife for $5.
Or husband, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, see you in the
Go
next
to number
season.
1. See ya.
Yeah.